Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Hong Kong Sevens. This one, Samoa versus Hong Kong. The chances of this game being close, relatively slim, but Samoa, they want to build more momentum as they've already beaten New Zealand after being on a 4-match losing streak. They've already beaten Australia after being on an 8-match losing streak. And now they are looking to play up against this Hong Kong side to really put on a whole heap of points on the board, build momentum into their quarterfinal, and that will be an absolutely terrific game. Looking through at the Samoan lineup will be Va'a Apelo Maleko, Vawasa Afasua, and also Malani Matavao. And there, so all three of the co-captains will be in action in the starting side. Motu Opitai, Steve Onisai, Nueli Litufia, and Owen Nui, the last man in the starting lineup for the Manu Samoa Sevens side. Then for Hong Kong, it is Nardoni, Brian, McKinley West, Lee, Denmark, Chung, and Doherty as the last man in the starting lineup. So this Hong Kong side, they're on home soil. They'll absolutely love the atmosphere. They had a decent game up against New Zealand, not allowing the Kiwis to build up their points differential, which is why now that New Zealand versus Australia, it's going to be pretty much a playoff game between those two sides to work out who can make their way through to the next stage. But New Zealand, they were able to beat Hong Kong 38 points to 14, not quite the points differential that they would have been after in that contest. But we have got Samoa by 40 plus in the chat by Foisia. Also, Catherine has said what time in Fiji, as we are 1 hour behind New Zealand. So currently now, I hope you're here. Anyway, Catherine, and also James has said too much rugby today. Actually, no such thing as too much. And also Marlo says, Catherine in the chat, and wait, can Hong Kong play netball? I haven't heard of them playing netball, but maybe they could do. Ben Breakspear in charge of this one. There were talks yesterday about people trying to steal his whistle in our chat, which was interesting. And it went in a weird direction. But Samoa, they will be receiving the kickoff. My prediction here is Samoa by 36. Like, that's the thing. Hong Kong, even though they are a team of relatively unknown players, they've certainly got a lot of talent. Malani Matavao takes it nicely, drawn straight backwards by Nardoni. Goes for the counter ruck as well in the process. Physicality. Oh, grab the player by the head, and that's going to be a yellow card for Samoa already. That was Steve Onisai, who has been penalised there. Is there a chance we could somehow see a massive upset here? And let's go, Manu says, Jason will never underestimate an opponent. Manu, exactly right. So for this match, Hong Kong to win the game was $100. Now that they have had that one against Steve Onisai for the yellow card, now they are $79 underdogs for the contest. So he did end up grabbing the player round the neck, almost had him in a guillotine choke for a little bit of time there. Nardoni certainly matches up for size-wise up against the Samoan side. Now Hong Kong running up to the 22-meter line. Nice run forward from Max Denmark. Now 10 meters out, 5 meters out. What a drive from the youngster. Now off to the left-hand side here. Hong Kong have space. They're going to go themselves. Oh, I think that ball's down just narrowly. They're going to be checking this one, but Hong Kong may have just scored themselves a monumental try in this matchup. Ben Breakspear, I think he's going to give this one. Okay, they want to check foul play in the act of scoring. Samoa can find themselves with 5 players out on the field here if they are not careful. But Hong Kong now down to $30 underdogs in this contest. Does get it down. That is going to be the try for Hong Kong. And they'll be very happy. Day 2 of the Hong Kong Sevens is nearly over. Indeed, though, Amish says Patrick Brady, it is indeed. But we are going to be back for day 3 when it does come around. I believe when we get to day 3, we would have done, whoa, that was weird. I just went dark for a second. But now we are back, I assume. But yeah, we would have done around 14 hours of live streaming up till that point. Somewhere around there anyway. We would have been up for about 20 hours. So we'll be having a lot of fun at that stage. That kick is missed from Hong Kong, but it doesn't matter that it was away to the side because Hong Kong still have themselves the lead in this contest currently. 5-0 up against Samoa. Now, we've seen some pretty good starts from underdogs throughout this Hong Kong Sevens. The one that comes to mind is definitely Japan scoring first up against Fiji. In the end for that game, though, Fiji were able to win that game by approximately 30 points. So Hong Kong certainly need to make sure that they are getting it right early on in this contest. It's going to be kicked off long and high. Samoa trying to tap it back. It's going to be back in the hands of Hong Kong, though. Once again, going to be attacking Letufea on the ball. Wins the penalty for Samoa. and they will take the quick tap and go. Wasn't back to 10 meters. Matavao now with the draw and pass. Va'a Apilo Maliko breaking the line, gives it off to Vawasa Afasua. Now ball one more. Passed across to Owen Nui. Chipping behind. Going to be back in his space here. It's going to be the foot race, and he's not quite winning it until right near the end. It's going to be picked up nicely by Mac Kwai Chung. Penalty to Samoa again, and Samoa not a very good start, says Ines Charles, but now it is getting slightly better for them. Va'a Pilo Maliko goes in and scores the try. Samoa now making it 5-5. Fourth try of the match there, fourth try of the competition, I should say, for Va'a Apilo Maliko. And that will certainly change the betting odds for this matchup. But it was good work initially from Chung. Straight on the ball, though. Va'a Apilo Maliko locks his body position over that ball. Wouldn't let it go. Takes the quick tap. Makes the 10 meters and scores the try. Go Manu, says Jason in the chat as well. And now with the kick to come, it should be a relatively straightforward one for Malani Matavao. And the kick has actually missed. It's gone away to the side. Right, Liam Doherty might be in a little bit of trouble here by the sounds of it. Samoa have not topped their pool in Hong Kong since 2012. So if they win this game, they have not just beaten two sides that they have hardly beaten in the past, but they are also going to be going on and making a little bit more history for themselves. Straight through, Va'a Pilo Maliko, pretty much off kickoff, will be scoring again. That is now his fifth of the Hong Kong Sevens, and I think we're going to be saying that name a few more times before the end of this match. Salafina has got the clapping there for the Samoans as well. Like they're saying, they are looking strong. As soon as they break that line, it is extremely hard to stop them. Good fend, breaking through the tackle of Max Denmark. And Va'a Apilo Maliko does get himself the try. Pretty happy boy as well at the moment, Va'a Apilo Maliko. Even though he doesn't show a lot of emotion out there on the field, you can tell in his eyes that he is very happy to be repeatedly running in these tries for Amalosi. Manu in there, says Jason, and awesome Samoa, says Ines, and there as well. That kick has gone over, so now that's going to make the score 12 points to 5 with 3 minutes left in the first half. I believe, once again, Matavao may consider going for the short kickoff here, just to try and sneak the ball back onto the side of the Samoans. It's just gone the 10. Slapped back by Samoa. Steve on his side gets it. Nice link up with Malani Matavao. Bit of a juggle there, but they have been able to regather. Now Samoa running it hard. Pass that was flat and a little bit forward down the wing, they have said. So Va'a Pilo Maliko, even though he was about to run it in for his hat trick, will have to go back for that initial forward pass scrum feed in favour of Hong Kong here. Brian Lema, he's looking disappointed. Got the nickname the chiropractor back in the day. You don't really get that nickname unless you rearrange a few spinal cords. And Brian Lema, he's a beast. Even at his age, sure, if he was out there on the field, he'd go all right. Visits the opposition 22. Every time a side has visited the opposition 22, they have managed to get themselves the try, which is a stat we'll have to look forward to for the rest of this competition. Now Hong Kong, they have this ball inside of their own half currently. Wrestled down there. It will be Chung. Bit of a counter-attack. Not quite able to get into the Valvasa Afasua now rushing up here. Samoa doing extremely well. There wasn't much of a clear release there, and it's going to be the penalty for Hong Kong in the process. Another one, Maliko, says Ines Charles. It looks like Hong Kong willing to slow this one down. They look like they are willing to just kick this one into touch, make sure they know what their game plan is, and go from there. But Samoa, they're certainly the kind of side that if they get that momentum, they could score 3 or 4 quick tries in a hurry, but Hong Kong aren't allowing that to happen. And that's what they did so well up against New Zealand as well, Hong Kong. They were able to stop that momentum. Regan Weir himself actually said, we just couldn't get the amount of points that we needed against them. Now Hong Kong, though, another attacking opportunity for them inside of the Samoan half. It's thrown in, nicely taken by Hong Kong. Now in the middle of the field, it is going to be Chung. Nice inside ball. Max Denmark, the sprinter, going through again, and that's another try for Hong Kong. Wow. They have got themselves 2 in this matchup. The home crowd are going absolutely berserk. Hong Kong are tearing it up at the moment in this game. Let's go Samoa, says Brandon. And Samoa, they'll be disappointed with that. Max Denmark, though, his first try of the night. They are looking very dangerous in this matchup, and it's looking like it's going to be a close second half as well. They've got to try and shut him down. He's just built strong. He's quick as well, got that fast twitch fiber, not an ounce of body fat on the man. I said ounce very weird there, didn't I? Not an ounce. Was about how it was said, but currently Samoa, they're going to have to be careful in the second half. That kick has, it's actually gone over. I thought for a second it missed, but now 15 seconds left in the first half. Samoa sitting on 12, Hong Kong sitting on 12. Also, Whaamalosi Samoa, you got this, says Jason Adams, and we were expecting that Hong Kong eventually would start to tire, but it doesn't seem like that's happened just yet. And okay. And the wiki, I should say, let's go, boys, says Ines Charles. And come on, Manu, wake up. Says Salafina, nicely taken by the Manu Samoans there. Now Matavao slings it across to the left-hand side. Nice work from Samoa to regain their composure. Wow, Pilomaleko, look for the offload. Gave it back to Hong Kong. He slaps the ground out of frustration as he knows that he may have just given the Samoans maybe a little bit more defending to do. Ball on the outside could be open. Now it goes wide out to Max Denmark. Great step on him. He seems like he's certainly a future star for Hong Kong. They're the invitational side in this competition, I should mention. So not completely confirmed for the Seventh Circuit as of yet, but maybe one day Hong Kong could be right up there. Steve Unisai makes the tackle. He's got a hand on the ball going off to the short side. Now it is Nardone. Taken down. Not on the ball. No penalty goes the way of the Samoans there. They actually said that kick is missed. I did think it was a rough kick. Now picked up. Moto Opitai finds the offload up. Big contact. Another offload attempt. Knock on from Samoa. That will be halftime. 12 points to 10 in this fixture. And Malo Uso Whaamalosi says it was Pulivia. And also, let's go, Manu, says Jason Adams. But what a half from Hong Kong. You got to do nothing but applaud the boys. They look absolutely buggered, though. They've had to put on quite the first half. The question is, have they got it in their tank to do it in the second? Hong Kong putting up good fight, says Novmum. They certainly are, but this will be good for Samoa. They'll get to challenge themselves a little bit before they head into their quarterfinal fixture, which is actually only just around the corner. I'm just going to go to the match center and see exactly who they are going to be playing and their matchups. So far in the quarterfinals, Fiji versus South Africa. It's going to be the game at 4:50 tomorrow. That's going to be a massive clash. Argentina will be versing the first team in Pool A, so that could be Samoa if they win this contest. And then the winner of New Zealand versus Australia will be taking on the Irish. And then France-USA is the last quarterfinal that we have got that has been confirmed. So those are all the results so far that we have been seeing. Adding up, the biggest upset of the day, you'd have to say, was probably Uruguay versus Great Britain. And then maybe alongside that, you go France versus South Africa. And what a half, all credit to Hong Kong. Exactly right. These guys have gone out there and they have just put the bodies on the line. The big man at number 3, Nardoni, I think is going to be dangerous in the second half if he still has it left in the tank from having to put in so much exertion into some of those tackles. The errors, we've seen more errors from Samoa than Hong Kong, which is a massive stat and a massive positive for Hong Kong in that first half. And come on, boys, says Jason. And also, let's get it together. Manu says Salafina. Interestingly enough, as soon as Hong Kong scored that first try of the match, the TAB suspended all betting on this matchup. You can't bet money on Samoa. You can't bet money on Hong Kong. There's a reason for that. I think the TAB are a little bit nervous here that they may have made the mistake of putting the odds of $100 for Hong Kong to win compared to Samoa. They might be spending a lot of money here unless the Samoans get a good second half going. It's kicked off by Malani Matavao. Nicely slapped back by Samoa Letufia. Takes it nicely. Hong Kong losing their feet there, and that's going to be the penalty now in favour of the Samoans. Malani Matavao takes it quickly. Now off to Valvasa Afasua. Goes across to the right-hand side. Now a big step attempt from, I believe it was Letufia. Wide cut out pass, doesn't work out, but Steve Onisai just waits for it, and it sits up nicely. That will be the try for Samoa, and Steve Onisai has been able to get it at the start of the second half. I think I heard a few boos there from the crowd. They aren't too happy that Samoa have gone through and got themselves the first try of the second half, and yeah, glitching the TAB apps, and I need a chiropractor, says Catherine. And there as well. I don't know if that's an innuendo for something. I assume maybe that's the thing. There is actually, I feel like I'm going in depth, but like I feel like I also like kind of slouch. So eventually I'm probably going to have to sit on the chair like this just to hold my shoulders back enough. But I feel weird sitting up like this. I feel like makes me look too confident in a way, and I don't think that's the case. You know, like having them back there like that just feels weird. It also, let's go Samoa, says Nathan. Go the Manu, says Mercy, and let's get it together, Samoa, says Salafina. And there as well, but Steve Unisai has done nicely to score that one. Malani Matavao gets the conversion, and now Samoa find themselves 19 points to 10 up over Hong Kong. Looks like they are certainly starting the second half very quickly. They don't want Hong Kong. Another penalty to Samoa. They are looking to really run away with this game now by the looks of it. And also we have got there, yes, some more tries. Manu says Salafina. So I did say Samoa to win by 36. For that to happen, they're going to need quite a few extra tries in the last 5 minutes of this match. In fact, 36 more points. You're looking at about maybe 4 more converted tries. That is doable for the Samoans at this stage. And a couple of them can be non-successful conversions in the process as well. Currently, the points differential very close in this group between Australia and Samoa. But Samoa, they did win their head-to-head up against the Aussies, and that is something that has really helped them. Now, Little Fair goes off to Malani Matavao. We're starting to see a little bit more of the Samoans start to have more fitness in the tank. Nice ball on the outside. Va'a Apilo Maliko gets it again and will score another try for Samoa. What's the points on the scoreboard is wrong, says Jason. It just took a little bit longer to update, but now the score is 24 points to 10 in favour of the Samoans. And also we have the Aine, how's it, bro? Says David the Mod and the chat as well. But 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Va'a Apilo Maliko now moves up to 6 alongside Sofalaran. Or sorry, not Sofalaran. It is actually Grandiria, who is also on 6 at the moment. Score, please. Currently sitting 26 points to 10 in favour of the Samoans. The question is, do they still have 3 more in their tank? Samoa is trash. Although they are going to finish top of their group. So I assume you don't have high, I guess, expectations / high regards when it comes to New Zealand or Australia on the 7th circuit either. They have finished below Samoa and IQ Lads. Can you hear any fireworks? We've heard a few throughout the evening. But for now, it does seem like it's relatively quiet. We'll probably hear some at midnight, though, but I don't think we're streaming at the time of that one. But now it's going to be a kick for Malani Matavao from the halfway line, looking to go just the 10 metres, and he's got it pretty much pinpoint accurate. The ball bouncing, slapped back by Vaiwasafaso, and now Malani Matavao goes across to Levi Milford, who's turning the defender inside out, looking for the corner, looking for the offload on the inside. He just found it, but it's gone straight into the hands of Coverdale. Taken down there, almost the tip tackle. Yes, it was, and it will be the penalty to Hong Kong. Let's go Samoa, says Ollie. Once again, Hong Kong, they will be looking to kick this one into touch. There's no point them rushing here. It's at the end of the day, they're down by 16. Last 7 penalties. We've seen 3 against the Samoans, 4 against Hong Kong throughout this matchup. But I should mention the next game we are covering, we are going to be doing the match between Australia and New Zealand for the Sevens. That will decide the last spot in the quarterfinals. And thank you. Now my heartbeat is normal again, says Salafina. So yeah, they've built themselves quite a nice lead now for Samoa. That's going to be time off. 2 minutes 43 left in this contest. Just going to have a quick look at what I said. I said they'd win it by 36. They need 3 more converted tries for that to happen. That's going to be tough to do in the amount of time left. And that would actually have them winning by a little bit more than 36, actually. So it may only be 2 converted tries. That will be them up by 30. So yeah, it is pretty much 3 converted tries. And the process is going to be knocked out of the hands of Hong Kong, but now they are deep inside of their own 22, still with the ball and hand trying to find a gap in the Samoan defense, who are slowly driving them backwards. Now ball on the outside to the big man, Nordoni. Just breaks straight through the tackle of Vauwasafa. So in fact, it was Apilo Maliko who almost ripped it away on his side, but Hong Kong get themselves another penalty. How's it going, David? Getting ready for the games tonight. Going to be hectic, bro, says Nate in there. And go the Manu, says Jason, but big strength from Nardoni. Just manages to keep himself in the field of play, even though Apilo Maliko was trying to drive him sideways. Wasn't quite able to. Oh. Okay. They're actually going to check this one. Oh, on the chin of Nardoni. They may end up saying that it could be a yellow card, although he did end up dropping low, which I think is something that they may look at. It's still a high tackle, still probably going to be a yellow card for Apilo Maliko, but it will still be a penalty in favour of Hong Kong. Go to Manu, says Raima there. Okay, no foul play, in fact, because he was low. He was going to be going around the chest area, and because number 3, Nardoni, ducked, that is why it only counts as the original penalty to Hong Kong anyway. So they still get relatively the same result. It just means that Samoa are going to be playing with 7 on the field for the rest of the game rather than the 6. That guy kind of looks like a mix of Mark Zuckerberg and also Daly Cherry Evans But now going to be back across Hong Kong. The ball in hand, straight over the ball. No, the hand's down on the ground. Gets them in a bit of trouble. Hong Kong once again will look to slow this one down a bit more. I'm wondering whether or not it's a bit of preservation, I should say, for Hong Kong here by going for the touchline so often rather than quick tapping. Maybe they feel that they won't quite be able to outpace the Samoans in that aspect. So instead, looking to keep this set play going. Time is off at the moment, but it is the number 9. Alex McQueen was the man who I said was a combination of Zuckerberg and Cherry Evans. It's about to throw this ball in. Visits the opposition 22-5 for the Samoans. Going to be nicely taken by Hong Kong. Their lineout has been pretty successful. That's going to be a knock-on from McQueen. It should have been a knock-on from McQueen anyway, but they are going to say play on just for now for Hong Kong. Now, Pilomeliko looking for the turnover. Another penalty goes the way of Hong Kong. Taking the quick tap this time. Nardoni tries to break his way through. Good pressure put on by the Hong Kongians, if that's how you say for someone from Hong Kong. Or is it Hong Kongers? I think someone might have said on a past live stream. Keeping the ball alive. Hong Kong in the corner. They're going to score themselves another try. Salamiu has been able to score. He's running back, wants to take the quick kick and wants to keep it alive. But Kam Shing Yu has been able to score it, I should say. And they're decent so far from this Samoan side, from this Hong Kong side up against Samoa. Now 50 seconds left. They are going to be going for this kick. Sadly, they cannot win this match, but they're certainly making it tough. To be honest, I'm nervous waiting for the Box versus Ireland more than ABs versus Wales, says Nate. Yeah, that game's going to be a pretty awesome one. We will be covering it on the channel. Also, that kick has gone away to the side. 11 points difference between these two sides currently. And Kika Aotearoa did it. And Booster now suffering one by one because we listened to the government, says Chris Brown in there as well. That's a fun stat that you have just decided to come in rather than talking about the rugby quiz. 20 seconds left, though, on the clock between Samoa and Hong Kong. Looking for the kick. Downfield by the looks of it off kickoff. They will try and go short, in fact. They're trying everything they can. There was a good bit of leaping. Now Hong Kong get the ball back again. Now, the thing is, if they score now in the next 5 seconds, which will be very tough to do unless they don't drop the ball there, which they just have. So pretty much that is going to be almost the end of this contest unless there's still time for one more Samoan scrum. I want the Box to get the W. Let's get it, says Nate. And there's, it's certainly going to be an exciting game. 6:30 a.m. New Zealand time. We are covering that one on the channel alongside the other matches that we have got. All Blacks versus Wales, Australia versus France, I do want to do, although there is also the temptation of doing New Zealand versus Fiji for the Rugby League World Cup. I'm not too sure what way we're going to go as of yet for that last one. We may have a bit more of a think about it now down the wing. Nice work from, I believe it's Paul Scanlon now running hard down the wing. In fact, it's going to be Paul Eddie Slater. Went for the grubber. Great tackle made by Hong Kong. Now inside of their own 22. Going to go for one last attack. Big fend there from the try scorer. Penalty goes the way of Samoa. I know Samoa's next game. Their next game will be up against Argentina. So that will be in the quarterfinal. That will be the early game as well. I should mention ball on the outside. Samoa get themselves another try at the end. But yeah, they will be playing Argentina at 4:25 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So that will be the first game of the Sevens that we are covering, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a great game as well. Both sides do have a lot of potential in this competition. Don't read too much into it. Corporate conspiracies. There's Nathan there as well. But that will be the end of the game. Samoa are victorious, 31 points to 15. But this has still been a very good performance from Hong Kong. In fact, their 2 games between them and New Zealand and them and Samoa have been brilliant to watch. And they always keep on going when you're streaming cricket. Next, pretty much when the Sri Lankan YouTube channel that keeps on trying to copyright strike us stops is the best way of putting it. So it will be probably after the Cricket World Cup, because throughout the World Cup, they have really been trying to pretty much take us off YouTube. And ask the CDC, says Catherine in there, but that is going to be the full-time score, 31 points to 15 in favour of the Samoans. They will finish top of the group, and that is something they will be very impressed with. But nonetheless, we will be transferring over to our next live stream, New Zealand versus Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in a very short moment.